Hello and welcome. This is Soulful Saturdays with Saylor, where we don't just talk the talk, we walk it. And for fun, we like to twirl in it. And then we do a little happy praise dance. Yes, we do. This is where we empower your spirit and build a strong sense of self. Life's always on the move, and we're asking you to pause for 40 minutes. That's right. Hit that pause and reconnect with that powerhouse within you. Our sessions are crafted for you to nurture your soul. And to nurture your soul is to befriend yourself at the deepest level. It's giving time, space, tenderness to what's most alive in you, not just what's most urgent. It's when we nurture our soul, we stop living on autopilot and we start living on purpose. Make sure to tune in every Saturday for your weekly dose of spiritual connection and soul-fueled goodness. And if life happens, because let's be real, it does. Absolutely no problems there. We've got you covered. You can catch all of our sessions on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And oh, don't be shy. Hit subscribe. Yes, now's the time. Hit that button to stay connected and be the first to know when our latest fantabulous sessions drop. We're here to support your spiritual connection, and we don't want you missing out on a single thing. So go ahead, hit that button. Ooh, and please share this with someone who could benefit from this message or would enjoy the empowering shift from everyday being to soulful being. It is an honor to walk the spiritual path with you. Hello, hello. My name is Cindy Saylor, and I am here to help you on your journey. For the past few years, I've been on my own soulful journey, rediscovering myself. When I connect with my inner being, my soul, my spirit, life flows with greater peace, clarity, and joy. And I want this for you too. I want you to feel deeply connected to the flow with life instead of forcing it, and to fully embrace the soulful person that you are meant to be. That's why I created Soulful Saturdays with Saylor. This is a space for reflection, renewal, and rediscovering the power within you. Each month we have a different theme and we break it down with weekly talk topics. And this month was Reclaim Your Power, Stepping into Your True Potential. July is all about claiming your power and stepping into your greatness. This month, we tackled limiting beliefs and self-doubt, those things that were holding us back. And now it's time to embrace that fierce power within you by owning your worth and taking bold actions. We can break through any barrier when we take action. So make July the month that you rise to your true potential and unleash the confident, unstoppable force that resides within you. I'm so glad that you are here. This is week 4. Reclaim your power, stepping into your truth, potential, and the road to this bold action. We've been on a soul charge journey this month, reclaiming what was already ours. It was our power. So let's take a moment to celebrate how far we have come before we take our bold leap forward. Week 1, recognizing your power. We began by embracing who we are, not who the world told us to be. We tuned into our inner strength, the quiet fire that always been burning, and said, oh, hey, I see you. Yes, I do. That was the spark. Week 2, letting go of limiting beliefs. This is when we got honest. We looked at the old stories, the doubts, the I'm not enough lies, and we called BS. Yes, we did. We released the weight that we were never meant to carry. We made space for something new. Week 3, we embodied confidence. With a clean slate and a fierce heart, we stepped into embodying confidence. Not the fake it till you make it kind, but the I trust myself. I own my worth kind. We didn't just talk about power. We walked in it. And here we are, week 4 on our July journey. Well, beautiful souls, we peeled back the layers of limiting beliefs. We stepped into our confidence and we learned how to own the room just by standing in our truth. And guess what? All that inner work, it was just a warm-up. You've recognized your power. You've cleared the blocks. You've embodied confidence. Now it's time to act. Not just in thought or feeling, but in bold, messy, glorious movement. Because your dreams aren't waiting for perfection. They're waiting for you to say yes and leap. So today our weekly topic is taking bold action, the courage to go after our dreams. See, making our dreams happen, it's like building muscles. And the only way to build muscles is to be consistent with action, to be bold, beautiful, terrifying, imperfect action. Yes, it is taking action every day. Muscles aren't built on thoughts or dreaming. I want bigger muscles. There's a thought. I can dream about them. But it's not happening. They are built by taking action. Ready or not, we're doing this thing. We are going to go after our dreams and we're going to take that leap. And before we do that, it's time to get fully present. That's right, because bold action doesn't come from chaos. It comes from clarity. So wherever you are, let's quiet the noise, connect with your breath, and tune into the powerful voice within you. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's get into a comfortable position. You could either be standing, sitting. That's right. And so before we talk about taking bold action and chasing down dreams, it's time to pause. Yep. We're going to do a little pause here because boldness doesn't come from the hustle. It comes from alignment. So we want to get into alignment. We want to become present. You can't hear your inner wisdom if your mind is still doing the Macarena with the to-do list. So let's drop in. Let the noise fade away. We're going to do this for a few moments here. Go ahead, get comfortable. You can either be standing, sitting, laying down, whichever you prefer. And for those beautiful souls that are listening to this in your car, please stay also focused on the road. But it's time to close our eyes for all of those who are not driving. Yes. Go ahead, close your eyes, especially if it feels good. Yeah. Helps quiet that noise. Go ahead and place one hand over your heart, and with the other, put one on your belly. And as you breathe, I want you to feel that movement, the movement of your breath. Yep. Going in through your lungs, into your belly. That's right. Allowing that to expand your rib cages and expanding with each breath. That's life. That's power. That's presence. That's right. Go ahead and continue to breathe in and breathe out. Right here, right now, you are safe. You're ready. Continue to take a deep breath in. And as you let it out, I want you to release all doubt. And as you take another breath in, I want you to feel that's power. That is power. And as you release it, that's right. As you exhale, it's doubt. You're releasing the doubt. Let's go ahead and do that one more time. You're going to take a nice big deep breath in, and this is courage. Breathe in courage. And now you're going to exhale hesitation. That's right. Now I want you to say this with me, and I want you to say it out loud. Or you could also whisper it to your soul, whichever you feel you would like to do. Continue to hold your hand over your heart and repeat after me. I am brave enough to begin. I trust myself to act. I move forward even if I tremble. Yes, yes, that's right. Because trembling doesn't mean you're weak. My beautiful soul, it means that you're waking up to something powerful. It means you're stepping out of the cage and into your calling. And that is sacred. Go ahead and continue to breathe in. Breathe in that power. Exhale any self-doubt, any hesitation. That's right, release it. And remember that you are brave enough to begin. Trust yourself to act, and it's time for you to move forward, even if you tremble. That's right. Let that truth settle into your bones. Let your breath remind you that you're here, you're ready. You are more than enough. You are more than enough. Yes, you are. Let's go ahead and take one more deep breath in. And as you exhale, you are releasing any form of self-doubt, hesitation, and you are showing up with an open heart, open mind, ready to receive our message. And so it is. You know, this is the very energy that we needed to become centered and grounded and awake. And now that we've dropped into ourselves, let's talk about what it really means to move from this space, because clarity without action, that's just a spiritual window shopping. Yes. And when we take that clarity and we pair it with courage, that's where the magic lives. So let's get into it. Let's talk about what bold action really looks like and how to start moving even when the fear hasn't fully left the room. Because I know fear is all around us. It's still around you right now. And today we're going to face it head on. How do I know it's around you? It's lurking around every corner. But we're going to head it off at the pass. Yes, we are. So our bold action, part one. This is taking bold action, part one. Let's start with courage over comfort. Let's be real. Bold action is not about having zero fear. That's not bravery. That's amnesia. Courage means that you feel the fear. You hear all those what ifs and you say, yeah, I hear you, but I'm moving anyway. It's not about being fearless. It's about letting your why, your desire, your calling, your soul whisper be louder than your fear. Boldness isn't a personality trait. It's a decision. And if you're sitting around waiting to feel ready before you leap, honey, beautiful soul, you might as well bring the snacks, because you're going to be waiting a long darn time. And while your soul is out there on stage whispering, are you coming or not? Right? You have a choice, my beautiful one. You have a choice. And that choice is to say, yes, I'm coming. Answer back to that whisper and take that leap. Taking bold action, part two. How about action as affirmation? So let me tell you a little truth that was wrapped up in my own mess. I once sat on a program idea for 6 months because I thought I wasn't polished enough. I told myself I needed a better camera, fancier branding, a more together me. The truth, I was just scared to be seen in the becoming. And one day I had this little come to truth moment with myself. And I said, do it messy, do it anyway. So I did. Was it perfect? Not even close. But it was mine. And guess what? That messy first step, it was magnetic. Because momentum doesn't come from overthinking, it comes from movement. Momentum means movement, means moving. The universe doesn't need perfect, it needs you present. So show up and watch what starts echoing back. My action affirmed that just doing is the best action to take. Start where you are with what you have and know that it will get better in time with each bold action. It will. Taking bold action, part 3. Belief is becoming. Here's the deal. You don't need a 10-step plan, a vision board, blessed by Beyonce, or 6 months of prep time. You need one thing, an honest step forward. Make that call. Send the email. Book the trip. Say that thing that you've been wanting to say. Build the page. Press go. Whatever it is. That first step, that's the bridge between who you've been and who you've becoming. Every bold move says, I'm done waiting and I'm ready to live. Yes, you are. You don't become by thinking about it. You become by doing something about it. How about taking bold action number 4? Well, action breeds confidence. A quote from Dale Carnegie, and we're going to get into this a little bit further, but right now, because it fits, inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. Inaction breeds doubt and fear, but action breeds confidence and courage. That's from Dale Carnegie. And I absolutely love this quote because it is not just inspirational, it is a real life alchemy. Confidence doesn't show up at your door like DoorDash. It shows up after you get off your butt and do that scary thing. And you call it scary, but is it really? You don't act because you're confident. You get confident because you acted. Action is like the loyal little sister that you take the lead. And she shows up right behind you whispering, you got this, boo. So do it. Even if your voice shakes, even if your hands sweat, even if you're not quite sure. Confidence is built on steps, not thoughts. Now, I know all of this sounds good in theory. Take the leap. Be bold. Action breeds confidence. And let me be real with you. I didn't always live this way. Before I ever preached it, I had to walk it. Sometimes with those shaky knees, and I'll tell you what, the sweaty palms. So let me pull back the curtain and share a little piece of my own journey. Because this isn't just a message, it is a lived experience. And beautiful soul, it wasn't always pretty. And it was powerful. So it's time for me to get real, get a little raw, no filter, just truth. There was a season in my life when I lived in the neighborhood of someday. And beautiful one, I had a permanent residency there. I had the passion. Oh, did I have the passion? I had journals full of ideas, sticky notes everywhere, everywhere. Late night visions that lit my soul up like fireworks. But you know what I didn't have? Movement, action. I was sitting on my own power like it was made of fine china, too delicate, too precious to touch. I was waiting for the right time, the right version of me. Are the stars in alignment? And in the meantime, my dreams, sitting around collecting dust. Then one morning I was doing that thing that we do. We look in the mirror, have that pep talk. Half of it was pep talk, half of it was panic, and a question popped into my head so loud and clear, it stopped me in my tracks. If I was my own best friend, would I let myself play this small? Oof. Yeah, that question cut deep, and maybe it's touched you too. Because if it were, y'all, I was standing there in front of me, dimming my own light, second guessing my own greatness. And you know, I'd be grabbing your shoulders and saying, no, ma'am, not today. Your dreams deserve so much more than your hesitation. And if I'm willing to do it for you, why wasn't I willing to do it for me? And yet, there I was, hesitating, shrinking, hiding behind my own potential. And I realized right then, I didn't need any more time. I just needed more truth. So I had a little moment. I stood up and I wiped the fear off my face like the old smudge mascara, you know, after a really good cry, the really good ugly cry. And I whispered to myself, let's go. Not let's be perfect. Not let's make sure everything's figured out. Just let's go. And guess what? That bold first step, it didn't kill me. It crowned me. It validated me. It was confirming me. It wasn't polished. It wasn't Instagram ready, but it was mine. It was honest. It was holy. And once I moved, like really moved, something shifted. The universe stopped waiting and started responding. Doors cracked open. People showed up. Confidence grew because I grew. And I share this with you today, not because I have it all together, but because I finally understood when we don't wait until we're ready to rise. We rise and get ready on the way up. Now, was I nervous after I took that first step? Heck yes. But something magical happened when I moved, when I created movement. My fear started shrinking and my confidence started rising. And it reminded me of one of my favorite quotes. And it preaches. This one preaches. And we already mentioned it earlier. We already dropped it to you. But we're going to say it again. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Action breeds confidence and courage. Dale Carnegie. And it's the truth. That is the truth. So let's break it down. Inaction breeds doubt and fear. Let's be honest. We've all been there, sitting still, overthinking, second guessing every move until your confidence is so twisted up, you can't tell your intuition from your anxiety. Why? Because when you don't act, the mind throws a party. And guess who shows up? Fear, doubt, comparison, perfectionism. Oh, and so many other buddies. They're all there doing the Macarena in your mind, telling you all the reasons why you're not enough, not ready, not worthy. Inaction creates a vacuum, and fear loves a good empty space to fill. So if you're wondering why you're feeling stuck, check in if you've been sitting far too long. Check in. And how about action breeds confidence and courage? Yes, now this is where the magic kicks in. You don't just wait until you feel brave to act. You act, and bravery shows up every step you take, no matter how shaky, no matter what, you show up. Because when you do, this sends a message to your spirit that says, I got me. I trust me. I believe in my becoming. Confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from participation. You show up, you try, you stumble, you rise. And guess what? Each little action becomes a vote for your future self. The more you move, the more courage you grow. And that courage, it starts rewriting every doubt you ever had. So the next time fear starts whispering in your ear, don't sit with it, move with it, even if it's one small step. Because action isn't what you do, it's who you become. So now that we've let the truth settle into our bones, that was a whole lot of truth. Here's the part where we don't just talk about bold action, we take it. Because knowing that action breeds confidence is one thing. Putting it in practice, that's where the growth happens. And that's where the transformation begins. So let's roll up our sleeves, shake off the self-doubt, and get into some real life, soul-led action steps that will move you closer to the life that you've meant to live and make those dreams happen. So let's do this. This is where we shift from inspiration to implementation. And the dyslexia in me did not say that well, but you know what I'm talking about. Implementation. God bless me. It happens, so forgive me. Because all that soulful fire that you've stirred up today, and I know that we've stirred some stuff up, it's meant to move you, to nudge you out of the comfort zone and into a life that reflects your true power. So let's dive in this week. This is your Bold Action Toolkit, a collection of soul-centered practices to help you step into your courage and claim your greatness one move at a time. So why don't we call this the Goal Setting Lab? That's right. Go ahead, get your journal. Yep, whatever you want to do, your notebook, whatever you're writing on. This is your personal lab for dreaming loudly and boldly. So start by writing down one dream that excites you and terrifies you at the same time. You know, that kind that makes your palms sweat just thinking about it. Don't water it down. Let it be big, wild, and maybe a little unruly. And now what we're going to do is we're going to break that dream down into 3 bold, doable action steps. Things that you can actually start this week. No waiting for perfection, because progress is the new perfection. And remember, small moves in the direction of a big dream still count. Every step is a declaration that I'm doing this. Yes, you are. So you want to break it down into 3 bold, doable steps. And then you want to start breaking those down into 3 bold, beautiful steps. And as you break this down, you're going to find those small steps that you can take. 3 steps, 3 bold steps, right? And then take those and make them smaller, right? With 3. So each 3 becomes another 3, because you're just going to break this down. Because instead of looking at the big picture, you're going to break it down into doable steps. And then you're going to take action on those doable steps. So fear to action mapping. Because you're probably have a lot of fear right now of what we just told you to do, but it's fear to action mapping. Now it's time to get honest. Raw honest. I want you to make a list of your top fears, the ones whispering doubts in the background, making you question your timing, your worth, your readiness. What are those fears? I want you to write them down. And then for each fear, write down 1 small action that you can take to stand up to it. You don't have to knock the fear out of it. Kind of be nice, but just chip away at its power by doing something it says you can't. Because fear is loud. Action is louder. For example, what if I fail? You could say, oh, watch me rise. See, fear can be loud, but action's going to be louder. So watch me rise. And you could say that with some sass and some dance moves, right? What you could also do is have an action buddy system. Let's be real. Bold moves are better with a little backup. So pick a bold buddy. Someone who's ready to help you break your cycles and help you claim your life. You don't need someone perfect. You just need someone who's real, encouraging, and willing to hold space for you. Now, I want you to schedule 2 check-ins this week. 1 midweek to say, here's how it's going. That's right. You're going to be honest, bold, raw. You're going to tell your bold buddy, this is how it's going. And then at the end of the week, here's what I learned. You are going to share what you learned. This is accountability, okay? And accountability isn't pressure, but we like to put the pressure on us. But actually, it's power. Momentum doubles when you don't go alone. You don't have to do this alone. Find a buddy to do it with. And then remember, you're going to schedule those 2 appointments, 1 midweek and 1 at the end. And the one in the midweek is like, here's how it's going. Be honest. And then at the end of the week, here's what I learned. So reflection and reset. At the end of the week, I want you to hit pause. I want you to breathe. And I want you to take a moment to look back before you leapt forward. And I want you to ask yourself, what was the boldest move I made this week? How did it feel to show up like that? And then what would I do differently or even bolder next time? I want you to write it down. I want you to speak them out loud. I want you to celebrate it, even if it wasn't perfect. And hint, 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 it never is. But here's the thing. You showed up, and that matters. And that shifts things. And that creates a legacy. It builds legacy and confidence. So here's your invitation, my beautiful soul. Don't wait to be ready. Be willing to act, willing to risk, willing to rise. because that's how greatness grows, is willing to act, willing to risk, and willing to rise. Your dreams aren't waiting for perfect timing. They're waiting for you. So stop stalling. Start small. Start bold. Take one powerful step towards another one tomorrow, right? You're going to take a small step towards your dreams today, and you're going to do another one tomorrow. And again, because consistency isn't boring. It is magic in motion. So every act of courage, no matter how tiny, stacks up to a life that you could be proud of. So go ahead, write the email, make the call, take the leap, whatever you've been holding back on, do it. Just do it. Let's go. Because someday isn't on the calendar. Today is. Now go out and make your dreams happen. Make them happen. I want to give you a little sneak peek into August. That's right. August is going to be our self-love revolution. And our theme is embracing your inner queen. That's right. Embracing your inner queen. We will wrap up this powerful month of July by claiming your worth and taking bold action to get ready, because August is going to be nothing short of a revolution, a self-love revolution. We're stepping into the season of self-devotion, radical self-acceptance, and unshakable confidence. It's time to honor your worth, protect your peace, and rise into queen energy without apology, without guilt, and without holding back. So you don't have to miss this lineup. Please don't miss this lineup. Week 1. Building self-love, the foundation of everything. Week 2, setting boundaries in love, setting boundaries with love, protecting your peace. Week 3, releasing self-criticism, letting go of inner judgment. Week 4, embracing your inner queen, standing tall in your power. And week 5, radiate and reign. Boldly living your truth with confidence. This is your invitation to reign from the inside out. Your crown is calling, and are you ready to wear it? I hope so. Thank you for joining me in this sacred space today. And remember, this isn't a one-time thing. Soulful being isn't just something that we practice when we're in the mood. It's a way of being. It's how we show up for ourselves day in and day out. So let's continue this month with our open hearts, ready to embrace the incredible person that we see in the mirror. Until next time, love yourself fiercely. It has been a pleasure and a blessing to be your spiritual leader. Make sure to tune in every Saturday for your weekly dose of spiritual connection and soul fuel goodness. And if life happens, because let's be real, it does. No worries. Catch all of our sessions anytime on YouTube, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And oh, don't be shy. Hit subscribe. You know all those things that you should do, but maybe you haven't yet. Now's the time. Go ahead. Hit that button to stay connected. We also have some special offers for you. 7 strategies to cultivate inner peace and fulfillment. And throughout this program, you'll be guided through some principles and strategies designed to help you cultivate a calm mind, break free from negativity, and find deep, lasting fulfillment in every aspect of your life. And we also have our ebook, The Path to Calm and Clarity, The Gifts of Intentional Breathing. This is where it helps you reconnect with your inner self, melt away stress, and discover the inner calm that we all crave. You can grab both of these at saylorsjourney.com. That's right. Go ahead, sign up for our course, grab our free ebook, saylorsjourney.com. That's where you can find it and so much more for your spiritual journey. Stay grounded, shine brightly, and always remember your soul knows the way. This is another fantabulous session of Soulful Saturdays with Saylor, where we empower your spirit and build a strong sense of self. Stay true, stay fierce, and keep showing up as the real you. And we will see you next week.